All right, the good old Chinese fire drill. Guys, this is putting the cart before the horse when you go out and look at homes before getting pre-qualified, making sure the mortgage piece is gonna work out. This can backfire on you in so many ways. I'm gonna lay them all out here. You don't wanna get on my naughty list. You don't wanna get on your agent's naughty list by being a Chinese fire driller. This is basically analogous to you being stuck at the airport during a blizzard or hurricane. You can't get out of town. Can't get wheels off the ground. Look, there is a lot of work that I have to do on my end before you go out and make an offer on a home. A lot of times it can just be bing, bang, boom, like 30 minutes, an hour, just 2 hours. But it's so much better to do that during the week. I just have so many pitfalls on the weekend. Pulling credit is the biggest issue. The possible issues is that these credit bureaus could have no record of you. You might not have enough credit history built up yet in their eyes for you to go and get approved for a home. At least the loan agencies wouldn't think you would have enough credit history built up. Could be frozen or locked, your credit profiles at TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Some are a complete pain and it can take a 10-day wait. Now, others are 10 minutes to freeze and unfreeze and they're fine, but sometimes you don't get that opportunity. Sometimes you might need your credit fixed or improved before you can qualify for something that you want. If there's a third party out there that was giving wrong information to the credit bureaus, which you didn't like, which hurt your chances of approving, it's not a 2-day item to fix. Sometimes that can take weeks or months because these credit bureaus are not easy to deal with. They're not just going to run to you because you want to make an offer on a house. Don't work that way. But there are other credit pull issues that I see that can arise. The ones I talked about here, these are just the most common ones that I deal with. And most people do this Chinese fire drill because they want to delay on pulling credit until the last minute. And you know what? I've got plenty of videos that advocate against that. Just make sure you check those out. These credit bureaus, you're gonna have no one to deal with on the weekends. Nobody to call. I gotta get the full credit report over to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to collect with your entire profile, your credit, income, and assets, to then get an approval decision back from them, from their server, their algorithm. So you could be doing all that shopping for homes and then you can't put the offer in because offers are due Sunday night at 5 p.m. or Monday morning, 9 a.m. You just wasted your time, all the agents' time. They're pissed. They're not going to be as nice with you next time around. They might even subconsciously not even want to work for you as hard. I mean, that stuff happens. This is real. We're people here. We have real emotions and feelings. But this is just for credit, and that doesn't even include the other two pegs of the bar stool of you qualifying, which is income and savings. So for income, I got to see your pay stubs to see how much income I can qualify you for, see how much of a monthly payment you can take on in this new home. You might think that you make X, but your pay stubs might say something different. I might have to subtract Y from X, meaning you only make Z. If you're counting on overtime, bonus, commission income, I got to see a long, at least 2-year history of that in most cases. And I got to see year-end pay stubs from the last 2 full years that you did that for, not just the W-2s. And then, if you're self-employed, most of the times I got to see 2 full years of tax returns. Sometimes I can get away with 1, but with the tax returns, more often than not, we're going to want to verify your income via an underwriter. Those aren't necessarily super easy, especially for self-employed borrowers. I mean, you're really, really stepping in it if you're self-employed and you come to me on a weekend. And I got to do all this upfront work. But finally, then for your savings, I have to check your bank accounts, guys. I got to see 30 or 60-day transaction history for the accounts that you want to pull money from for closing. Because if you got a big, large deposit in there and it's not sourceable or the source isn't allowable, I got to back that out of the funds that you would be then allowed to use on closing day to pay for your down payment and closing costs. Also, if there's a recurring payment that's coming out of there, I got to make sure that that's not something that I have to add towards the debt to income ratio, which would then reduce the max home payment you can take on. But guys, this is also, you can get the good stuff, okay? The traditional, the conforming, the VA, the FHA loans by way of the U.S. loan agencies. Okay, this way you don't have to take out a hard money loan. And at that point, you're paying like double, triple closing costs. Your interest rate could be 3, 4, 5%. Who knows how much higher? But guys, it takes some time, all right? And my biggest recommendation to you is do not worry about the credit pull. Please watch my videos on that, and call me anytime. I can hook you up with an application and get you going. There's my cell phone, 703-508-4783. Thank you.